Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. Welcome to my workshop, a place I refer to as PaperTown. I am spending a few minutes this morning playing in a journal before I head over to my daughter's apartment. I'm still working in this journal, but I thought I would go ahead and show you the progress so far. Let me move this. This is a cigar box that has butterfly die cuts. I love this. I thought I had misplaced it this morning and then gasp. I thought, oh no, did I get rid of it accidentally? I do like to clean up out here. There was a little bit of a discussion in the comments section about my comment that I could organize myself right out of creativity. I think a lot of us are that way. When I get to where I can't walk out here though, like I've got things stacked to the point that I have to step over things. That's when I know it's time to get rid of stuff. I'm a very visual person, so if I can't see something, I tend to forget about it. Anyway, I like an organized mess, if that makes sense. Okay, so I have not come across any of the large files like this in a while with the metal tabs. I do have a few of the small ones, and I may list some of those in my shop. I'm working on inventory for my shop. But let's get to this. This is 2 metal folders, or metal index cards, I guess, and these are the dividers. They are not that big, probably like 4 by 6, because these are for an index box. Yeah, there we go. I just laid a strip of fabric, and again, there's my stained fingernail from working with junk all the time. I just put a piece of fabric across this side and glued it down, and then it is the same in the center, although it's a bit covered up here in the front. You can see it better in the back. And then I grunged it up. I had some metal plates that have holes in either side. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 more, I'm not sure. But I used brads to go through, and I just used my awl, or actually for this I used an X-Acto knife because I wanted a kind of a line cut into it, a slit, rather than just punching a hole, because the brads are a little bit flat. And then that's one of the reasons we've got paper glued on the inside, and this is an old piece of ephemera. Usually if I'm working in something, the theme or the purpose of the journal will come to me as I work through it. I know a lot of people, they create packs or kits with something in mind. Like they'll put a kit together thinking this is going to be this. I don't usually work that way. I think I can, but I like serendipity or opportunity or whatever. I like to see what comes my way and then let something unfold organically. So once I had this plate on here and I had started stamping butterflies in several places in the journal, and then of course we're not coming across any yet. Like there's one. And I haven't had a lot of time to work in this, but once I started doing that, I thought, you know what, it would be really cute to put, and I want a typewriter. I want to buy a typewriter, and I'm going to. I need to research a little bit, but I would love to have the words, "My day with the butterflies," and glue those individual words on the front. I could tie or use a safety pin. Yeah, a safety pin out here to have some butterfly, tiny little charms. And then when we get inside, this was part of a children's book. I guess it was about different types of houses. So I cut this piece out to make it look like the interior of the house, and you can see a butterfly outside. And then perhaps I will take part of a window, like the outside of the house, and make it look like she's looking out. Of course, I'm only going to cut, that might be a good piece. But see, the page is kind of short, so we'll work that out. But the rest of the book then is going to be stamps, die cuts, drawings, paintings of butterflies, and maybe even faces. And these ladies, as if they are on a quest to find more butterflies. Of course, when you're dealing with butterflies and nature, there's always room to bring in birds and mushrooms and other flora and fauna. So anyway, I need to, there's a butterfly and a little stamp here. I kind of need to wrap it up pretty quickly this morning because I do have to, I don't have my watch on, I have to get ready and head out of the house. I took a little tour of the paper and office section where I work because I thought some of you might want to see what it looks like. And, you know, those of you who are local, please visit the Scrap Exchange. My goal is that the Scrap Exchange be the best paper store in Durham and surrounding areas. So come see us if you're local. That said, you might enjoy seeing the little area that I have the pleasure of working in every week. I'm going to close for now, except I thought about putting like this domino. I think it would be fun to have a butterfly landing on a domino. Of course, we need to fix the page and grunge it up a little bit before we actually... All of these are die cuts from, well, most of these are die cuts from the Dollar Tree, and I keep looking for more. I wish I had bought every pack I've ever seen in there. I know that would be selfish, and that's why I don't do it. I always think I'm not clearing out the shelves because other people love these too. But then they run out and you don't see them again for a while. So I will keep working in this. The final thing that I want to show you is that this is just a long piece of sari trim, and I tied it through the holes in this metal plate. And that's another thing I love about using these. So that can just wrap around. It's getting caught on the window over here. There we go. That can just wrap around and you can, you know, pull it under or whatever. So that's where I am with this, and I will hopefully be back really soon. I have a lot of new playing cards that I have in my inventory, so I want to update the pictures on that listing in my Etsy shop, and I also want to show an updated, I guess, video for my ephemera packs that I do, and I want to have plenty of those listed. I promise I'm working on fun packs. They're back on that shelf right there, and they're in the works. I just haven't had a chance to get them finished and listed. So if you want to see the little area where I work, just stay tuned. I'm going to show you some footage from that. And otherwise, I will see you really soon, and bye for now. First shelf has journals and notebooks, and we get all sorts of eclectic things. There is a section with Christmas paper, Christmas decorations. I have a lot of containers of different types of stationery. We have loose envelopes and packaged envelopes, a great magazine shelf. We have a shelf that has cubbies full of all types of paper. The floor is covered in old maps. We have greeting cards on each side of this big rack, and we get so many cards. I refresh this almost daily. Collage packs with different types of things, and of course I try to make things to decorate the walls and the shelves. We have rolls of paper. We have all sorts of old sheet music and books, and then there are more books at our sister store, the thrift store. We have stickers. We have packaging supplies and large envelopes. It's a really big section, and we have a lot of office supplies. We have like desk organizing things. We have files for file folders and boxes. And as you can see, we've got staplers, staples, hole punches, index cards. We have a teacher's corner with 3-ring binders, construction paper, readers. We have a section of posters. The young kids really, well, like teenagers love this section. And, oh, I love this. So one of my co-workers, I call her my scrap daughter. She loves turtles, and this is her private collection that we keep in a large case. And I think sometimes people think that we can take whatever we want as employees there, but we absolutely cannot. Something has to be on the floor for 24 hours before we can purchase it. We have a huge ephemera table with all sorts of old tickets and magazines and pictures, bits of ephemera. We get negatives and slides, Just some really, really beautiful things. I love this table and I love keeping up with it. It gets a little bit disorderly just because people like to go through the buckets. I have scrapbook paper, large pieces and small pieces. I have a little junk journaling section with examples and junk journal packs. We actually even have some journals that the customers can leave us little love notes or feedback. There's more scrapbook paper. We have photo albums and scrapbooks, and we have loose stickers where people can, buy just the ones they want. We get craft punches, ink stamps, ink pads, just really everything you can think of for paper and office supplies.